Hello. It's exciting because now I am going to do a proper introduction because I thought was it yesterday, the day before, the introduction wasn't particularly good and enlightening. And I think it's important that you know who you're on this journey with. And I'm not sure whether I should be looking at you or you. I don't suppose it matters, does it? And it's interesting because I was just telling the story today of having my teenage daughter at home and how wonderful it is because I'm not the best technical person in the world, I admit that, but I think I'm doing pretty good. Anyway, I've been trying to set up my YouTube channel and put the channel art along the top. You should be able to see that. And it was so delightful because I had about 10 different things open trying to get the size right because you'd get it right for one form of social media and then it wouldn't work on the other. So that was a number of times I attempted to do it and then called in the reinforcements and she got it sorted in no time. So that's really, really good. But in terms of me, I grew up on a farm. I lived on the farm and then bought my first house when I was 19 years old. And I left that first home and I went to my second home. And then I moved in with my husband. Well, it wasn't my husband. And we had heaps and heaps of stuff, which brings me to another project I have, which is clearing the clutter from our house because we combined two full households because I got married when I was 39 and I had my baby, who is now 15, when I was 41. And if you're good, you can work out how old I am. I'm not going to tell you. And so my story was I grew up on a farm. I went to Polytech, which is like the technical institute. It's not called that even now. And I learned shorthand typing and I used those skills in the personnel division. I went to the animal and veterinary sciences group and I was secretary to the professor in the department with Jan, who's no longer with us, and I miss her terribly. And we did that. I did that for a long time, 10 years at least. And then from there, it was a case of going to the community relations department. And there I was the PA to the head of the department, and I organised royal visits and other important guests' visits to the university. So that was exciting. And the wonderful thing is I'm still in touch with a group of the secretaries and other people from the university, the department. We get together now and then, and also the secretaries. So I'm going to go away with a group of them in a couple of weeks. So that's wonderful. So from there, I went and what did I do next? Yeah, from university, I went to something called Science Alive, which is a science and technology centre. And I loved that role there. And it was busy getting the marketing and getting things up and going. And then we had some tough times like businesses do. And I made some people redundant with the management team. And then I was made redundant. And I had heaps and heaps in office for jobs. And I ended up going with a personal development company. And I travelled to America, won lots of awards. And I was really good at it because it was one-on-one, helping people get where they want to be. And that was before it became everyone's a personal trainer now, coach, whatever you want to call it. But anyone can get in and help people. And that was what we were doing long before it came commonplace. So from there, I went into, what did I do after that? I took my own franchise in that business, and then they changed the model, and it went from being an individual to more corporate based. That didn't suit me, and I moved from there into a trade exchange. And you'll know what a trade exchange is, where people do business and trade with alternative income. And it's quite funny because one of the things I'm involved in now, and I've been doing this for over a year, the new thing that we have is that we have e-credits, and that is a form of cryptocurrency, and they're gifting us them till the end of the year. And those are the coins that have they're priority coins. They have value, and they could go up and they could go down. But it's very exciting for when that comes on stream. And we've got over 11 million shoppers like myself, and we have how many? 330,000 merchants who will be good to go with the currency when it comes on stream. So that's very exciting. But we're talking today about taking your life, my life, your life, and getting rid of chemicals, making your home chemical free. And if I can explain a little bit about my journey, because I had essential oils for many years, and I used them for all sorts of things to help sleep, skin issues, you name it, I used it. But they really came into their own when my daughter was young, and I would put a diffuser on and make sure that we kept all bugs and things away, because everyone comes home with sniffles and things. And if you're diffusing essential oils, you can keep the immunity levels high and you don't need to worry about them. So that was really the start of really seriously using them. And then just the other day, well, a couple of weeks ago now, I came across a small core group of people who are on the same journey, and they basically opened their arms and said, if you want to do it, we will support you and help you help other people to take chemicals out of their lives. And it really fits with my value system and helping people and giving them a quality of life and the opportunity that it presents if people want to do it as a business, because I'm always business focused. But it's more about helping you get where you want to be in terms of health and wellness. And you can't be healthy and you can't be well if you are using toxic chemicals on your body or in your home. So this is why it's really, really important. So along with that core group, there is another big group that when you buy a Premier starter kit, it gets you going. You also get into a big community, and that community has over 25,000 people in it. Majority of women, but there is certainly some men in that group as well. And the amazing thing is, there's not a negative in there. There's not, everyone is positive, progressive, happy. And I actually think I might have here, I'll read to you what they say. Oh, I did a blog. That's why I've got these pieces of paper here. Okay. The introduction to the group sets the tone. The mix is a community of friends doing life together. Yep. We're striving to be intentional on our wellness journey and believe in having fun along the way. Hey, listen up. We are all at different stages of this journey. Remember, it's the mix. If you are just starting out or feel like an old pro, this group is for you. We're here to learn from each other and cheer each other along. Oh, and we love Young Living products. We can't wait to see the lifelong friendships that have formed from this group. Welcome to the mix. And I just love the group. I'm in lots and lots of different groups, but this to me is the group because it is just so positive and vibrant and so much sharing and caring and giving, and that fits really comfortably with where I'm at as well. So I think it's time to say I've given you a pretty good introduction and tell you what's going to happen next on my YouTube channel. Over the next few days, I'm going to be sharing every day a video from Joe Barnes, and he's a single dad and he's doing toxic-free living. And he was doing some tips, and I asked if I could share the videos with you here, and he said yes. So I'm quite excited because I just love his style. It's just Joe, and it's really, really important that people understand everyone can do this journey. You don't have to do it alone, and you can start, and you can start now. So I look forward to sharing those with you, and I'll come along again and I'll work out which product we all go with first for a switch and ditch. Ditch and switch. Ditch the product and switch to a Young Living product. That's the plan, because these Young Living products are natural and they're great. All right, catch you soon.